on the show a little bit later on, as we're going to find out all the weird and wonderful creatures that you can eat, and how we celebrate insects and do wonderful things in our world, which is super, super cool. Now, though, joining us from OLS Solicitors, I've got Sian Jones. Good morning, my lovely.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm really good, thanks. I've got to say, you've got the most infectious smile ever.
Oh, thank you.
You brightened up the studio.
I brushed them just for you.
Oh, thank you. Not that I'm going to get that close to you, but they do look absolutely sparkly. Sian, thank you ever so much for being with us here today on Pure West Radio. Tell us a little bit about you and how this journey began, because I think it's probably least suspected that you're actually born and bred on a farm here in Wales. Login is everything you know. I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah, so I grew up on a family farm just outside of Whitland. When people ask, where are you from? I often just say the middle of nowhere, because that's the best way to describe it.
we used to say that.
Exactly. If you're ever there, it's because you're lost. It's not there because you want to be there. But no, born and bred on a family farm. We were sheep and beef, and now we're just sheep, because, you know, the years, they sort of get close to you and they sort of catch up with you, and then you realize, oh my goodness, we've got this giant family farm and there's only me, my dad, my mum and my brother. So perhaps it's time to, you know, take the quieter life.
Yeah.
So I went to school in Ifalwen. So I went to Ysgol Beca, and then I went to Preseli and Crymych, so first language Welsh.
Yeah, fantastic.
And then when I was in Preseli, we actually got to pick, you know, your GCSEs, your A-levels. And like most people, I had no idea what I wanted to do. 1 minute I wanted to be a physio. The next minute I wanted to be a dentist. The third, I was just going to travel the world. But when it came down to A-levels, I actually picked up law, and it felt like pieces of a jigsaw just went together.
Wow.
I understood it, and it just clicked in my head, which I never really found with any other sort of topic. I'd always, because I'm dyslexic, I'd always struggled with things, and I always just found academia hard. And I was like, is everyone else finding this hard? And it was the only subject that I didn't find, obviously it was difficult, it is law, but it was the only one where I wanted to get better, and I wanted to approach those challenges and keep progressing. No matter how many obstacles are put in front of me, all I wanted to do was keep getting over them.
I mean, it's an amazing story. This is what I love. I mean, because, you know, you grew up on a farm here in Wales, you know, and then all of a sudden you're thinking, right, what am I going to do? And then you end up in this, you know, prestigious position, which is incredible, really, through a lot of hard work, granted. But it's immense what you do and how much you need to know, and especially, as you've said, you know, you suffer with dyslexia.
Yeah, I always have, ever since a child. I think they noticed it first probably when I was around 6, but I don't ever see it. I think if you are presented with something, if you see it as an obstacle, it will be an obstacle. Mm-hmm. But if you can take it as, actually, this is a tool, I just do things a different way to other people. Yeah. And sometimes I see things slightly differently than other people. And as long as you recognize that, you can then address it and find ways to cope with it. So I never, ever wanted it to be a reason for me not to pursue something, because my brain went, oh, well, you've got dyslexia and the world says that you can't do that then.
I mean, it's remarkable. We've got a wonderful show, Healthy Minds, Better Lives, that we have every month here on Pure West. And it talks exactly about that. It's mental health, it's ALN, it's ADHD, autism. And, you know, there's some of these things are superpowers. You know, you use them to your advantage. But it's great to be open about this, for you to talk about it and to break that stigma down. Because, I mean, you know, you're in an immense position.
Oh, that's really kind. No, I've always been I did used to hide it a lot in school. I didn't want to speak about it. And if we ever did, say we wrote a story in English or something, I would hate it if they said, now we're going to swap work so everyone can peer review. I'd think, oh my goodness, people are going to see how I've spelt this word and think that I'm silly or that I don't have any sort of academia skills, when really it was just that I needed to do things a different way to someone else. Which, isn't that fantastic? Yeah. That we all are so different? Like, shouldn't that be celebrated rather than seen as, oh, you're the odd one?
It's super special, and we're in a wonderful sort of open world now, which is great. Definitely. And I mean, you know, testament to you through your hard work and battling through those various different barriers. You're now a trainee solicitor from Online Legal Services Solicitors. I mean, how fab! And I mean, you offer so much, something super close to my heart with Royal Ascot last week. We've had Sean Bowen, champion jockey, on the show only a couple of weeks back. on the Pure West Sports Show with Eaton and Evans and Morris. So it's brilliant to be able to support people in that equine world when I guess that's a huge minefield.
Oh my goodness, most definitely. I think I could probably ride a horse before I could walk. I think it was one of those in my family where I was plopped on a pony and I was like, oh, this is where I will be for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But it's such a large part of Pembrokeshire, especially in the community and things. The equine community here is amazing. And I actually attribute a lot of myself and a lot of my work ethic towards growing up around horses, because it's one of those sports. It's not just like, I'm a runner as well. It's not just like when I can put on my trainers, go out the door, come back in. Horses are 24/7. They need care. They need looking after. They need commitment. They need time. The amount of times when I was in school, my friends would be like, do you want a sleepover? And I'd be like, yes, but I've got to leave at 6 a.m. to go muck out. And then I've got a competition. And then that evening, I'll have to do evening stables. So if we can just do X, Y, and Z, it's crazy. But I wouldn't change it for the world, because it's made me who I am. And I've made the most incredible friendships out of it. I've made the most growth as a person out of it. Whenever me and my mum used to joke, whenever I was at odds or I didn't know what to do, I had a little grey pony called Bobby. And I'd go, Mum, I just need a Bobby hack. And I would go out on the roads in Loggin. So all I would meet was buses and tractors from Jones and Loggin and local farmers. And I would be able to solve any problem in the world. You could tell me anything and like give me that hour on Bobby.
Yeah, that's it.
And I would have a solution for you.
Yeah.
Would it be the most adequate solution? No, probably not. Bit of daydreaming. But I would have an answer by the end of that hour hack.
Wow, incredible. So how might you help someone in the equine world when it comes to the law? I mean, what sort of a real life scenario where you're able to help someone?
Of course. So obviously we love these things. They are sport, but there's often a legal aspect to a lot of things that people don't consider. For example, if you are loaning a horse, have you got a loan agreement in place? That's something that we're able to draft at OLS Solicitors, because it provides you with that guarantee. You know exactly where you stand. You know exactly where the terms are, because it can be really difficult, particularly say if you loaned a horse of someone that is a friend or a family member. You don't want to encounter any sort of friction. So when you have something drafted by a solicitor in black and white, everyone knows where they stand. And you can also tailor it to your own needs, your own requirements, because everyone is an individual. And to get something online and sign it, it's not tailored to you. Whereas at OLS, we listen to our clients. We want to make sure you're getting a service where you feel listened to, because for a lot of people, it can be so daunting to pick up the phone and speak with a solicitor. So I get nervous picking up the phone to order a takeaway. So I can only imagine when people pick up the phone to speak with a solicitor and think, I need this, but I don't know. It sounds very cliche, but we are people too.
Yeah.
So if you want to speak to us, no question is too silly. Nothing is ever a bother. We are here to help.
Yeah, it's super special. So hopefully you don't get too nervous, ringing up for a takeaway. All the time.
It's whether you get the chow mein, you get chicken or prawn or beef. There's too many options.
Decisions, but that's exactly what it's like in the world of legal and law. So, I mean, what does a typical day look like in your boots then, Sian? What might you do in a typical day?
Oh, wow. So into the office, and I will be fully transparent here. First thing is a coffee.
Yeah, got to be done.
Has to set you up for the day. And then what I love about OLS, it's very much a team. And I'm someone, you're only as good as the team around you. We have a quick, brief discussion to see if anyone's got any issues for the day, if anyone's got any questions, if anyone needs any support with anything. I then personally go through my emails, making sure my clients know that things have been received, been seen. And I like to make sure that my clients know when things will be addressed, because I feel like if you're given a time frame and you're given an expectation, you can then adhere to that. Even if something happens and you say, actually, we're going to have to circle back on this, we're going to have to review it, I want to put it to my supervisor, or I want to research this a bit more, because I want to make sure the advice I'm giving you is 100% rock solid, and also that I've given it the care and attention that it deserves and that my clients deserve. So we do that. We make sure we have client meetings. I might be meeting with clients in the office, but we often do a lot of stuff online. So I might have client meetings via Zoom, because that's one positive with online legal services. Even though we do have traditional values when it comes to meeting clients in the office, we love to see people face to face. We do recognize that a lot of people travel or a lot of people work from home. So we're able to adhere to you as an individual. If you're someone that's, say, based in London, That's no problem.
Yeah,
we
great.
can reach you from Little West Wales, and it's absolutely no bother.
Yeah, the joys of tech these days. And I guess that's probably one thing that you really pride yourself on, because you are OLS. It's exactly what you say on the tin. It's an online legal service solution, which a lot of people need these days. I mean, obviously, we touched on equine and sort of family. There's lots of other broad areas that you can help support people with as well.
Oh, 100%. So our main department is family law. So we do things from divorce, child arrangements, consent orders. We deal a lot with, we do a lot of actual, what we want to make sure with people is if you've got an issue, whether that is family, whether that is equine, whether that's wills and probate, whether that's a lasting power of attorney, we want to make sure that we're letting you know we can help you and what we can do. So we actually offer to new clients a free 15-minute call, because I know people see the word solicitor, lawyer, and they think money. Exactly. So we want clients to feel comfortable, and we also offer 2 different kinds of services as well when it comes to divorce. We do a fixed fee, so you know exactly what you're paying from the outset, or if things can be contentious, because these things can be, we do it on an hourly rate, and you're told the hourly rate. We review it periodically to make sure that you're aware of what your costs are going to be and you can anticipate what's going forwards, because we want people to know where they stand. I think that's so important, that transparency and honesty, particularly within the legal sector. And that's one thing we really pride ourselves on at OLS Solicitors, is being upfront and honest with our clients, because like you're told as a child, honesty is the best policy.
Yeah, most definitely. And I love the transparency that you offer as well. So if you would like some initial free legal advice, Sian and the team at OLS can certainly help you, whatever it be, whether maybe you are just thinking, crikey, I am stuck in this awful position with one of my horses at the moment. Maybe it is family law that you need some help and support with. There's a bunch of things that people can come to you for, Sian. How can they get in touch?
So you can either pop on our website, OLS Solicitors. On there, if you're someone that's perhaps a little bit shy, we also have a chat box feature where you can speak with one of our chat boxes. We have an online inquiry form. You can also contact us via telephone, or you can email us, hineki@olssolicitors.co.uk.
Oh, fab. Sian, thank you so much for coming in today. Hopefully we've reassured a few people here in PEBS that there is someone out there that can help, whatever the query might be. And I think, I think a lot of people are sort of unaware there is actually equine law as well. So I think it's a really cool area and something that you specialise in that can hopefully help a lot of farmers here in the county.
Of course, that's what we're here to do. We're here to help. So any way we can, just let us know.
Absolute star that you are. Sian Jones from OLS Solicitors, thanks for joining us on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a fab day.
Oh, you too, my lovely. Oh, what an absolute superstar Sian is. So whether you like support in family law, wills and probate, employment matters, dispute resolutions, or that all-important, I think, grey area, the equine law, they can certainly help you. Make sure you get in touch with Sian and the team right now at OLS. Dream Place after Lady Gaga here on your daytime show with Oki White Travel, celebrating over 60 years for making holiday dreams come true right here in the county.